Have you ever felt excited about something new happening in your life? A new work project, a promotion, or meeting someone great? And then, have you found yourself suddenly feeling fearful about these same things? Losing hope and feeling bad about yourself? Sound familiar? Yep, the chances are you are self-sabotaging. In this video, I'm going to share with you the most effective and quickest way to overcome self-sabotage. And be sure to watch through to the end where you'll get access to bonus material. So first of all, I want to personally welcome you to the Self-Sabotage Club. We are a worldwide club and we are very active members. I've personally been a part of this club for most of my adult life. In fact, if there was a university degree in self-sabotage, I would have a PhD in it. I'm Sharon Anaja, a performance coach and trauma survivor, and I'm going to guide you through an easy to follow process that can stop self-sabotage in its tracks. You know, just the other week, I had come up with a great project called We Are Resilient. It was a chance for me to tell my story about how I had almost died, overcome the odds and rebuilt my life in the most challenging of circumstances. I knew that if I shared this story, I could help people the world over who are fearful of what their lives are going to look like after the pandemic. But instead of creating the content and getting it out there, I started to doubt myself. Is my story compelling enough to be shared? Will people care? Would anyone listen? I then started to procrastinate. How would the process of me sharing my story and then having people share theirs work? Then I started to worry about how big this project could be, and I became paralyzed. I could see other coaches sharing their stories, and I started to feel resentful towards them and myself. I was just sitting here doing nothing. I reached for my usual comforters like unhealthy snacks, and I turned my back on the practices of meditation and prayer that I know keep me grounded. I was 100% self-sabotaging. So what did I do? I reached for my trusted 5-point plan to send self-sabotage packing. You're not going to believe how easy this is. All you need is a pen and paper and some time to think. Okay, so here goes. Step 1. Write down your goal and why it's important. So for me, in this example, I wanted to launch We Are Resilient to help and inspire others in the pandemic. Step 2. Make a list of the blockers that are stopping you to succeed. So I had a list of 10 things like not feeling worthy, scared of others' reactions, not knowing how to set up the process, etc. Step 3. True or false. I asked myself, which of these things was true? Turned out only one thing of the list of 10 was true, and that was not knowing the process. Step 4. What's in my control? I asked myself, what could I control? And the only thing was how I felt about myself, which excluded everything about other people's reactions and thoughts. Step 5. I made a list of actions that I could address about what was actually true and what was in my control. So I called a friend who launched a similar campaign to ask about his process. This gave me the clarity of mind to focus on what was important rather than listening to my fears and anxieties. And you can do this too. Keep a note of this simple 5-point plan by your laptop or by your bedside, and use it whenever you can feel those self-sabotaging gremlins popping up in your head. Now, I'm not done with helping you guys out just yet, because I've got some bonus material here for you that's going to change your life. Now, you may be wondering, how do I change the narrative about how I feel about myself? Well, here's how. I want you to visualize what success could look like for you in this instance. How does it make you feel? What are you doing as this successful you? Then I want you to say out loud, I deserve this success. Practice this every day, and as you do, the visualization will grow stronger. You will start to identify with the successful you, the positive you, and eventually your thoughts about yourself will become kinder and more compassionate. Remember, we become what we think, so think positive things about yourself and reset your internal narrative. You've got this.